Kottax.
Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well. It's time for another Godforge video. Um, Today it's going to be a little bit different than what I have done for the past few videos or since I started doing this. And that's raising a concern that I have regarding the direction we are taking in Godforge, or Fateless is, not me. I'm still gonna play it, but I have to be a little bit of a critic as well. And for the past couple of weeks, or basically ever since the alpha ended, and everything that we have got since then, it's basically been a fixation on the legendaries, and I think that's a wrong direction. I get it. From the selling point and marketing point of view, it's okay. They have to sell the game. Legendaries do that. Yeah, all good. But we are getting closer to early access, and everything that we have got so far has basically been more or less about the legendaries, the kits, the reveal of the new and everything. They are great, no question about that. I jumped on the bandwagon myself, but today I'm gonna have to take a step back and look at it from another side. And as I said, I think the fixation on legendaries is a little bit too much. Personally, when I play a game, I would like legendary to actually be a legendary. Meaning, when I pull one, I want it to help my account, to improve rest of the team, so I can manage some dungeons, bosses, whatever. It has to feel like a legendary. It has to be a account changing experience to get 1, 2, 3, whatever. But right now, I think everything is focused on the legendaries, and if we do that, the game is going to end up pretty damn fast, like a lot of the other games in this genre, not to mention any of them. But I don't want that. I want a legendary to feel like a legendary, and right now, as I said, fixation is on them. And if we look, Simon said in one of the other videos that we're gonna start early access with around 200 plus heroes. Right now, if you look at the list, there is 57 legendaries on this list. 57 legendaries, 57 epics, 54 rares, 21 uncommon, and 11 how they called commons. That's 200. Of those 200, 57 are legendaries. That's about 30%. That is crazy. There's nothing legendary about it, to be honest. You have a greater chance getting a legendary, more or less. Of course, I know there's stats behind it and the percentages and all that, but 57 out of 200. That's crazy for a new game. So basically, everything else that isn't a legendary, it will be jumped over pretty damn fast. And I would hate to see that. As I said, I would like a legendary to feel like a legendary. As it is now, I don't think it's going to feel like a legendary. It will just be a chase for another one and another one and another one, because all the epics and rares and all that, after 10 days, 14 days, they're gonna be useless. And if you spend in the game, you're probably gonna pull another one in a short while or a couple of epics. So that means everything below epics is going to be neglected totally, which I think is a huge problem, and honestly a waste of development time if that's the case. Because looking at some of these pictures, these heroes look amazing. I hope their kids are as good as some of them look, but I want them to matter in this game. Right now, I think everything goes into these heroes instead. And now I get the point. We are playing this mini game. A lot of us will start with a starting hero, which is legendary, and as I said, most of us will probably support one way or the other. So we're gonna buy some stones, pull some, like I'm doing right now, summon some, and we will end up having a team more or less from the beginning that consists of a legendary, maybe two, depending on the luck, couple of epics, and that's it. So already the rares, they're going to disappear unless we are forced to play with the one we choose to start with. And there we have Loki. Not gonna change him for Isis, unless we are forced to play with the starter hero for a certain amount of time, which I don't think so. I think after those initial quests and Ares, not on this account, but a good one. It's going to be, as I said, we're going to neglect all the rares and most of the epics pretty soon. And I take it the game is going to fully launch end of this year. And for those people that are not in the early access, there will be so much behind that would this game be fun for them? That's my question. Would this game be fun for them when this game fully launches in the end of the year? Yes, I get it. It's more or less a single player game. You can take it on your own tempo and everything, but everybody knows in these type of games it's the end game, so we're gonna go for it. Fine, but we're gonna neglect what, 70% of the game or of the heroes pretty fast, which I think is a little bit of a problem, at least how I see it. I would like some of these to matter so they can be tried out, tested. Yeah, I can make videos, just focus on epics, just focus on rares. I'm probably gonna do it. But if I'm gonna try to compete and provide the necessary info for everybody, I will have to follow the path like everybody else. And meaning stacking on legendaries as fast as possible, because that's where the game is heading, especially as I said. And even if they implement a couple of more heroes before early access, I think he said he wants around 250, 300. Even with that number, and they're probably gonna be some more legendaries amongst, we are talking about 30% of the hero pool is legendaries. So the fixation on the legendaries is already high. So is it going to feel it's a legendary that you pull? For me, I'm questioning, to be honest. I'm really questioning. What do you think? Am I just wrong to think like that, or is it just because, as I said, fixation has been too much? We have what, 1 month left in the mini game, and I take it we're gonna see early access probably a week later, maybe even on the same day that this mini game ends, if what they are telling us is going to stick. But doesn't really matter if it's a week after or 2 weeks after, whatever. In those 2 weeks without anything, it's going to be hell for me and for everybody else, most likely. But until this minigame ends, I would like to see more info about epic heroes and their kits, because most of us, at least also what Simon says in one of the videos, the retention of people buying premium was like what, 20% or something like that. That means 80% of the people didn't. So most of the people would actually not start investing in this game until they figure out, is it fun? How does it work? What can I do? Is it going to be fun playing with the characters I have no clue about? Or are we just hoping to get lucky and pull a legendary? I would like more info on epics, their kits, what they can do. And now we have had enough of the legendaries that we can pull in this mini game. It's time to bring us the lesser ones and the info on them, so we can shift the change a little bit, change the talk on Discord, change the talk on YouTube videos. I see some of the other content creators are trying to do videos about rares, but it's very few at the moment. It's all about the legendary imprints, weapons, heroes, kits, and all that. And it's a little bit too much. Honestly, most mortals won't see a legendary. Well, we're gonna start with one, but after that, we won't see, unless we are lucky or invest a little bit, which is fine, but we won't see one or another for, let's say, like a month or two even, and some people won't see it until the game fully launches, because they're probably not gonna invest, and they're gonna stack on stones and hope for some luck along the way. And yeah, that will feel like I'm getting a legendary finally. But right now, as I said, for me, it's like we are moving too fast. We just want to get to the end as fast as possible. And I don't like that idea. Yeah, I could take rares, I can struggle on the way, but I'm probably gonna do it on one of the accounts. Going all rares or all epics or whatever. I have 4, so, but the main account will probably be like everybody else's, where I do invest some money. As I said, I wanna support, and I'm going to do it. No question about that. But I think we are rushing with everything that we have got right now. As I said, we have a pool of 200 heroes and almost 30% is legendaries. It should basically only be 5% if you ask me, but that's just me. And yeah, when the game starts, launches, I don't care. After a month, add another 10. After a month, I add another 10. But to start with, a legendary should feel a legendary instead of just, okay, I can buy my way to, boom. Because if let's just say I spend $500 or euros or whatever the currency is, as soon as early access launches, and I pull 3 other legendaries, I'm gonna play with them. So epics and all that is gonna be neglected, more or less, unless I really need some for a specific thing. Then I might level one of the other ones, but that's basically how it's going to end up with few people. They're gonna buy stone, summon, get 3 other legendaries plus the one they're gonna start with, and that's it. And then gonna just steamroll everything. And steamrolling everything, is that to appreciate the developers? No, I would actually like to take my time to appreciate the time put to develop in this, and to say basically everything. As I said, I can take a slow path and go slow and everything. Yeah. As I said, probably gonna do it. But still, my concern is we are aiming to end up in endgame as fast as possible. Why? Why? Can't we have fun along the way? We probably can, and hopefully we will. But as it is right now, I think the focus is just getting to the end game as fast as possible. And I don't like the sound of it, to be honest. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But it's a concern that I have, to be honest. And I hope they are going to look at it a little bit and slow a little bit down with these legendaries. Because what's the point with rares if you can't use any of them? What's the point with epics? Because with this many legendaries, everything else becomes nothing really. And it's going to happen too fast if this keeps continuing. So I hope they kind of step on the brake a little bit and focus on some of the other heroes a little bit more. I think it's fine with the legendaries that we have, and they probably have planned a couple of more before early launch, so the number is going to increase most likely by 10, 5, 10 or whatever it might be. But as I said, 30% of the pool is a lot. And yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Any comments, or is it just me blabbering around? I really think it's a thing that we need to be concerned about, because if we move too fast, we have seen a lot of games that, oh right, you can pull SSSE hero, blah blah blah, and after 2 months That's it. No fun. Honestly, I want it to be a challenge. I want it to be a struggle along the way. And I don't mind that it takes a long time. I don't care, really. But if the game is just going to be around legendaries, yeah, they're saying in their videos they don't want to be predatory and all that shit. But if we end up there pretty fast, the only thing that's going to matter is about who can buy what offer to improve the characters. And especially if there is going to be some kind of a competitive game mode, arena, whatever, or any other form for competitive stuff, it's going to be, yeah, I get it. They need to earn money, and I respect that. Nothing about it. I like the video about monetization, and they have been open about it and everything. But telling us they're not going to be predatory, but all the incentives are actually going that way, especially with this many legendaries. Because in a short while, as I said before, the game fully launches, it will basically be only about legendaries. For the new players, yeah, they can start fresh and build up slowly and all that, but they're gonna see what? How many are we? 50,000 people? When they see, let's say about just half of us. When they start the game, half of us will probably have what? 10 Legos? Maybe even more. Do you think it's fun meeting us in arena or whatever competitive mode there is going to be? Yeah, there's going to be brackets and all that. Yeah, they can invest. All right, that's the point. I get it. But then we get back to the predatory thing. So it's going to be offers, 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 offers. So it's kind of we are on a knife edge a little bit. So that's basically it for today. I just needed to get this out of my system. And the concern that I've been sitting on for the past few weeks. So my point to Fateless is basically slow a little bit down, give us some more info about epics, about game modes before early access gets out. Right now the fixation on legendaries is a little bit too much, and hopefully that will change, and hopefully you prove me wrong, that all my concerns are just basically nonsense. So but yeah, that's it for today. If you have any comments whatsoever, feel free to post, comment down below. And yeah, along the way I tried to pull a couple of summons. Ice is gonna stay. She will only be replaced if I pull Freya, Athena, whatever, on this account anyway. So, but yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.